Our goal is not the victory of might, but the vindication of right. Not peace at the expense of freedom, but both peace and freedom here in this hemisphere, and we hope around the world.
I have a dream.
Well, that's where we start when I go into politics.
Continue to be held as hostages in an attempt to force unacceptable demands on our country.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Is increasing inequality and deep divisions among our own people.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack.
Congress has failed to pass federal hate crimes legislation that protects LGBT Americans from senseless violence.
So let us summon a new spirit of patriotism, of responsibility, where each of us resolves to pitch in and work harder and look after not only ourselves but each other.
Broadcasting live from the MSC Radio Network in the city built on steel, rock and roll, and is a fictitious home of Betty White. This is Joust It Out, and I'm your host, G. Of course, with me is the beautiful Judith Pindell.
Good evening, G. Good evening, everyone.
I noticed that your new blouse that you're talking about earlier.
My new blouse.
And your new hairdo.
And my new hairdo. I know,
beautiful.
it's like I'm a whole new person tonight.
And, you know, I have to tell you, though.
I know.
Your beauty
just
does not compare to Robin R. Hart's. I'm sorry.
Look at her.
I know you were going to say that.
Look at that. Disco ball. Remember you used to have the old disco ball? And now we have Robin.
That was
I love it.
Doc Rock's disco ball, but it has been retired for now.
But we've got Robin.
Well, thank you.
Way
thank
better.
You. And I was telling you earlier, I got this dress from Plato's Closet for $6.
Very nice.
Not a year ago.
I mean, if you spin around, your boobs would like just glitter. It would be awesome. You just need to light up the room.
Oh, well, thank you.
We have a lot to talk about tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Of course,
jam-packed.
The State of the Union.
Primary.
Florida
and the debates.
Florida debates.
Gabby Gifford.
Lots to talk
Happy
about.
birthday, Roe v. Wade.
There you go. I know that's funny.
I had to do a shout out for that.
You did, and I'm glad you did.
Happy 39th, Roe v. Wade.
I also have to give a shout out to Ellie's birthday.
Ellie Belly.
My Cavachon is 1 year old today.
Oh, congratulations.
Little Ellie.
You haven't killed her yet.
I have not. No, she still tortures me, and it's what she does. But yeah, she's made 1 year, and she was a terror this morning when I woke up. I mean, she was a nightmare. She really was.
What'd she do?
She's just evil. She does nasty things.
She's not evil. She is so precious. Adorable.
I heard your better half wanted to get rid of the dog.
Yeah, I think he put it on Facebook.
Yeah, he did.
He was trying to get rid of her on Facebook. I know.
Someone wanted to trade him a peanut butter jelly sandwich for the dog.
Well, you know, I want to play a real quick clip, and we're going to be getting to an interview, and I think it's an important fact that there's a couple here in Ohio that is taken into their own hands, taking on basically the city of Cuyahoga Falls. And I'll get into that in a little bit, but I wanted to first play this clip because it was an interesting mention in the State of the Union last evening with the president, and I want to just play this now.
Those of us who've been sent here to serve can learn a thing or two from the service of our troops. When you put on that uniform, it doesn't matter if you're black or white, Asian, Latino, Native American, conservative, liberal, rich, poor, gay, straight. When you're marching into battle, you look out for the person next to you, where the mission fails. Where you're in the thick of the fight, you rise or fall as one unit, serving one nation, leaving no one behind. Now, one of my proudest possessions is the flag that the SEAL team took with them on the mission to get bin Laden. On it are each of their names. Some may be Democrats. Some may be Republicans. But that doesn't matter. Just like it didn't matter that day in the Situation Room, when I sat next to Bob Gates, a man who was George Bush's defense secretary, and Hillary Clinton, a woman who ran against me for president. All that mattered that day was the mission.
Just want to play that first, and we're going to get to our first guest, and it's an interesting crossover to have the president acknowledge, obviously, LGBT soldiers, gay soldiers, in the State of the Union for 2012. And, and the fact that he's doing it in an election year, I think it says a lot about his character. And not just avoiding it, and which is great. So he did that, but we want to give a call. We're going to be getting Shane May on the phone now. He is a resident. Hello, Shane.
Yes.
Hi, Shane. This is G with Joust It Out. How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Great. So we're just chatting a little. We have also just played a clip of the State of the Union last evening when President Obama mentioned gay soldiers in the State of the Union, and I thought it kind of an interesting connection to what you're taking on in your little city. And would you like to share with us what happened and what you've been doing?
Yeah, not a problem. My husband and I, we have been using the Natatorium for about 3 years as individual members. We use the therapy pool as well as where
Shane, do you want to hold on 1 second, Shane? Chris, can you hear the?
Yeah, his phone is like muffled or something. I don't know what's going on with it.
Shane, are you on a speakerphone?
Let me try. Is that better?
That is much better.
Okay.
All right. So if you don't mind, we'll just start a little from the top again there, so we can.
Yeah. My husband and I, we've been using the Natatorium for about 3 years now as individual members. We use the therapy pool as well as the weights there to kind of help Coty build back up some strength since he came back from Iraq in 2008. We recently just got married in October of last year in Washington, D.C., and we took our marriage license into the Natatorium to turn our individual memberships into the military family / spousal membership that they offer there. After showing the woman our license, she passed my certificate back to us and told me that my marriage was not real according to their policies, and until the state of Ohio recognizes same-sex marriage, that my certificate really meant nothing. We were kind of baffled and shocked by the whole situation. We came home, got on countless phone calls trying to call the facility, the Natatorium themselves, as well as the mayor's office, to kind of just get their stance and see what their policy was on everything. We were hung up on a couple of times. The mayor's office agreed to talk to me until I stated to them what actually I needed to speak to the mayor about, and then I was told that he was unable to answer questions like that at this time.
Really?
So we came home. Coty and I decided to take it upon ourselves, and we started a petition on change.org to get the city of Cuyahoga Falls to update their policy like most of the other, municipalities in our area have done, including our local YMCA, which is about 3 blocks away from the Natatorium itself, to just let a family, a membership shouldn't be defined by an Ohio law or, placing the fact of marriage on it. You shouldn't be able to tell somebody that their family is not a real family.
Right, and we'll get back to that in a second. Shane, what is a natatorium? I think people with little. I mean, it's not the. It's not a term.
That's the real story.
Yeah, right.
What is a natatorium?
Who uses that term? By the way,
it's a city. It's a city-owned fitness facility.
Right, and it looks like it has quite the aquatic center and stuff. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a city-owned fitness center, a fully comprehensive fitness center. It has racquetball, tennis, all that stuff, right?
Yep.
And it's owned and managed by the city.
Yes.
Okay. And obviously, you guys have already done your footwork around trying to reach out to the mayor. Did you try to reach out to any city council people at this point?
At that point, we did not try to reach out to anybody on city council. after being hung up on by the Natatorium as well as the Parks and Recreation Department about 5 times, and trying to contact the mayor, we, figured nobody wanted to talk to us about this, so we started a petition and figured that our voices would get to them that way.
So Coty obviously is a Iraq war vet, came back injured, and is using the Natatorium for actually somewhat of his rehab too.
Yeah, he's not very mobile. Can't walk, long distances and stuff like that. He can't really do all the physical things that he used to be able to do. But in the therapy pool as well as the hot tub there, it kind of relaxes his muscles. The pain kind of, goes away for a little bit for him. So he's able to actually get in there and move his legs around and, lift him up and stuff like that.
Wow. And of course you probably brought his documentation as a vet into the facility too and let them see that.
Yeah, he actually has right now, his membership is the military membership that they offer.
Oh, it is. Okay. So they already knew that and they just won't add you on to it at this point.
Yes.
Now, have you ever done anything like this in your life as far as taking
I have not. This is all brand new to me. I just thought, maybe my friends and family would sign it and, that would be the end of it. But, I mean, it's turned around and it's incredible to see the support and, the love that people have for, LGBT rights and sticking up for families, in Cuyahoga Falls and in Ohio.
Well, I just want to say to you that we certainly are with you in your fight, and we are going to encourage anyone. What is the website that people can go to today to sign the petition and do what they can to get involved?
It is www.change.org, and if you click under the gay rights section of the website, we are listed on the featured section.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is. I want to congratulate you on your marriage. It takes bravery and pride and all those things to go out of your state, go to Washington, D.C., get married, and then come back here and try to hold, your own state accountable to what is recognized in Washington, D.C., and obviously by the President of the United States and, even the military now. So it is an interesting take, and I think that you both need to be commended for everything that you're doing. And I know that Judith and I were talking earlier today, and we will definitely support you in this effort. I'm going to talk to you offline. If there's some things that we can do in our daily jobs, we work on this stuff in public policy all the time, and we definitely want to assist too in any shape or form. But we're going to update people until this gets resolved, and we'll maybe get a link on our Facebook page and maybe on our website. I'll talk to Chris about that. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll help you out.
Shane,
All right, thank you
so
much.
How many people have signed the petition so far?
So far there is, I believe last time I checked, there was 4,750 or 60.
That's incredible.
That is incredible. You should be very proud of that, Shane.
So what did you think
A lot of people.
When you first started this? You said just your friends and family you thought would support you. So have you you've got 4,000 plus supporters. Have you heard any kind of backlash or, are you ever afraid for yourself, for your partner, for your family, having come out like this and standing up for everyone?
I try to be really optimistic about everything. Everybody's going to have an opinion. Everything is not going to be sugar-coated, fine and dandy. There's always going to be people out there that are going to have a negative opinion, and we have received some of it through comments, emails, even going to, a local store. We were walking through a store and somebody said some remarks to us. But, I'm just trying to stay really positive on this. Me and Coty, we just got married. I didn't, expect to spend my first year, as a newlywed, having people kind of bash me and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to stay really positive towards everything and hope that, the city of Cuyahoga Falls does do something about this and recognize a family as being a family.
Right. Well, it is impressive in what you're taking on, both you and Coty.
And thank you so much for doing that.
Truly, and on both sides of this. I mean, you're representing also what people need to see, and that Coty represents a group of hardworking military folks who are just as much heroes as anyone else and deserve the same respect as anyone else would get. And it's just a shame that you come home to your hometown, because you're from Cuyahoga Falls, correct? And
yes, I was born and raised.
yeah, and to face discrimination. So we are with you, and we'll definitely be talking to you offline. So much for calling in tonight, and it is an honor to talk to you.
Thank
you so much for having me on.
Good night, darling.
All right, good night, Shane.
This would be a good time to mention this that's going on March 24th, which is a rally downtown Cleveland for gay marriage equality.
Yep, so March 24th at it will be at, I assume, the Free Stamp?
Public Square.
Oh,
it's starting off in Public
Oh,
Square. And we'll definitely have a lot more
about that as we build up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're going to do a mass marriage as well.
I want to talk about this, is that hatred is such a vicious thing. And, you think about these two young men who, in their love for each other, are just going through the daily battle. And as Coty gets on his feet, and
and that enough right there, I can tell you, is a huge feat to to go through that relationship with a veteran, and especially a veteran who served overseas. That in itself has a lot of its own barriers and obstacles that couple has to work through together.
Right.
And then you pile on top of that their own community won't even accept them. It's just, I can't imagine what they're going through.
To go and fight for your country and then have to come back and fight for yourself is unbelievable.
It's un-American.
That's right. It's un-American. I want to just click on here and here. What I'm thinking of, though, is last night at the State of the Union, when we look at our nation standing united, both sides.
Team America.
Yeah, Team America. So both sides of the aisle coming together. Gabby Gifford comes in, and both sides their hearts are out there because they see this woman who was a colleague suffering through, knowing that she's going to resign. She resigned today. But at the same time, what did that to her was hatred, and the same prejudice and hatred that these two are facing, which really it builds. And it was about social issues, that one of the reasons she was a target was because of her support of LGBT people, being pro-choice. I mean, there's many things, because the person that actually did this to her definitely had a very conservative level of understanding and thinking of the world. So when you see that, and it goes to the point where it basically takes out a U.S. Congresswoman, it's a brutal thing. And when in an election year where all this stuff gets ratcheted up, it gets very scary. And, people who are even your friends and allies, we talked about this last week, about the whole stupid Tebow thing. And, people all of a sudden, just getting impassioned and angry and then blaming other people, and then where that goes. And I think that what Shane and Coty have done is they're doing what we all need to do. You stand up for yourself, you stand up for your community,
and you stand up with each other.
And you don't accept that. You don't accept the hatred, you don't accept the prejudice and the ignorance. And sometimes it's at a cost. But let's face it, at the end of the day, 4,000 people from around the community, maybe around the country, have signed a petition for them. And that says a lot.
And what's even more important is, even if you are in a comfortable space with yourself right now, there are people who aren't and who need the help. So don't try to just fade out, and try to blend in, because we need everyone to stand out if we're going to make anything happen.
Well, I want to just play this Gabby Gifford, just a little piece of that. And this was a piece that she did when she announced her resignation this past week. And I'm sure many of you saw her on the floor last evening.
So artistic.
And this morning. But I thought this was a really pretty piece.
Home. Always will be. A lot has happened over the past year. We cannot change that. But I know on the issues we fought for, we can change things for the better. Jobs, border security, veterans. We can do so much more by working together. I don't remember much from that horrible day, but I will never forget the trust you placed in me to be your voice. Thank you for your prayers and for giving me time to recover. I have more work to do on my recovery, so to do what is best for Arizona, I will step down this week. I'm getting better. Every day, my spirit is high. I will return, and we will work together for Arizona and this great country. Thank you very much.
That is a perfect example of how just because you switch your position or your level of authority doesn't mean that you change how involved you really are.
Right. Well, I think that she has she'll have a long-lasting impact for what hate looks like and what it does in so many levels and certainly in so many arenas. And it's overcoming because you look at her and think that she pulled herself out of this, and she takes the battle, and how upstanding that she is willing to leave her seat. Also, I have to say that I was upset to see this, and I'm sure you both are too. It's just you thought that, well, if she hangs in there, she's hung in there this long, don't lose the seat. We don't want to lose the seat. Right. From a strategic point, we don't want to lose the seat.
Right,
but
for selfish
reasons, and but she's doing the right thing by the community. And I just think in comparison to what we have seen on this campaign trail from the primaries, the caucuses, through the debates, and there is so much divide and anger and hostility. And we've watched over the last couple of years as this African-American president has taken hits from about race, about religion, about everything. And I think, saying all of this, that it really is about us standing united as people. And I really believe that most people are good, and the folks that aren't good eventually are put down and they do not continue their, they go away. Saying that, we have people like Newt Gingrich and Rick Santorum. I wouldn't say that I believe that Mitt Romney is a bad guy. I think he's a money guy.
Right.
He's
I just don't agree with him.
Right. I don't.
It doesn't necessarily make him evil.
I don't feel that way. I feel Newt is evil.
Yeah.
I don't. There's not a nice thing about that man. And Rick Santorum, I feel the same about. Those two guys.
Right.
Ron Paul, I think he's a nice guy. I think he's a nice old guy. I mean, I don't agree with all of his issues.
Not a leader.
Right. He's not going to be our president, but he's not an evil guy.
Right.
But Newt and Rick,
yeah,
not so good. It yes. Excuse me. Judith, take it away.
Okay, sure.
I'm having choking a little bit.
I'm starting to choke.
Can I just say something about Santorum's new? Because I'm so obsessed with this guy, but I really got to say this because it's hilarious.
It's because of Santorum. I know.
So Santorum he's got his new fundraiser online, which is for presidential fundraiser. It's called Conservatives Unite Money Bomb. What does that spell?
What? Conservatives Unite. Come.
I am not even kidding. You can't make this up. He did this. You can donate to his cum fund.
Yeah.
So.
No, sir.
Wow.
Yes, you can. Look it up.
Is he actually
And I'm thinking money bomb. I'm like, is that like a money shot? Like, I don't.
Right.
What is
that? Well,
that?
that is the money shot.
Yes.
I can't laugh. I'm going to choke to death.
So look it up.
Say it again. Say, what's the...
Conservatives Unite Money Bomb. That's how you can donate to Santorum's presidential election campaign.
Sounds like it should be held at a sperm bank.
It is amazing he would use that acronym.
Okay, sorry. Let's get back on track here.
It's okay.
How do you not see
works.
that? How do you not see that?
I don't know, but it's awesome.
I did want to just mention, because obviously Mitt Romney finally released his damn tax records.
Yeah.
I remember last week we were talking about it, and we figured he was going to be in the 15%.
Right.
He actually is
That's a little bit
13.9% he pays in taxes.
Right.
Excuse me.
You were really going through it over there. Well, you know what? You have a happy marriage, so I'm not even mad at you. You go ahead. You cough all that up.
Excuse me, folks. I apologize for my coughing. Actually, I have been under the weather this past week, so I'm lucky I'm standing here.
Stay home.
I know I should have.
You should have called in.
But yeah, so Mitt Romney finally releases his taxes, and
his estimate was a little off.
I
mean, 13.9%. That's a lot when you think about it. It sounds close, 15%, 13.9%. But when you're talking about like millions, millions upon millions, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
And he made between 2010 and 11 like 42 million or something like that. That's just from investment. Nothing else that he already.
Not speaking engagements.
Not as lousy 300,000 in speaking engagements.
Yeah.
And here's the thing with him is that he's obviously going to be the nominee. I mean, but saying that, I mean, Newt is on his tail. The latest poll today shows Newt right up his butt, and literally,
dead heat.
No, getting kind of racy today.
They're in a dead heat, and with the debate tomorrow night, I mean, if Newt pulls out a couple zingers, he really could possibly take Florida. I mean, it's a possibility.
It is.
I think this is very exciting. I think I'm keeping my fingers crossed and praying.
I got money on this.
That if Newt pulls this off, we could really have an exciting process between now and the convention. And the fact is, you could really have two guys going there and fighting for the votes, and which is really an exciting thing.
That would be awesome.
So I think the geek in us loves this concept. I just don't know if the party's going to let it happen. I feel like Newt's going to get hit by a bus. Something's going to happen. Newt is not going to get away with doing this, and they're so over him right now.
It's coming.
I mean, the Republicans. Let's face it. The powers that be in the Republican Party are like, Newt, go the hell away. You have so much baggage. This is so easy for the Democrats to run against if you were ever the nominee. It's
time for a break.
Yeah, it's a good thing because
You've been given a lozenge.
I need to go choke. So please
massage your throat.
When we come back, give us a call, 888-668-0742. Do not forget to follow us on Twitter and friend us on Facebook. What are you going to say, Robin?
Oh, no. We'd love to hear from you. We're in the chat rooms. Hey to everybody who's typing. It's been going crazy today.
All right. We'll be back.
See you later.
Driving me crazy. It's like a mind puzzle, an awesome mind puzzle.
Right here on MorningShowCentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you.
MSC Radio Network has just tweeted the following. This bowel movement won't come out.
Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/MSC Radio Network. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC. And you know what saved them? Rectiphy backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectiphy backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectiphy can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectiphy.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at reduxdirect.com. That's reduxdirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hey, it's Big Daddy for the Marty Allen Show. Catch the replay of the Marty Allen Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern right here on MSC. Now, my show airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3 p.m. and Saturdays at 2 at MartyAllenShow.com. But you can catch the best of the Marty Allen Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on Morning Show Central. So if you want all the latest sports news, entertainment news, and everything else that's going on in the world, then tune into my show live at MartyAllenShow.com and the best of the replays right here at MorningShowCentral.com. Get MSC and get cooking, baby.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
Project X Show. Driven by porn.
Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Right here on Morning Show Central Radio Network. Project X Show. Live on MorningShowCentral.com.
Around the Corner, voted best place to get wings and best outdoor patio, is the place for you and your friends if you like great live music, awesome pub food, or if you want to just kick back with friends on the enclosed heated patio. This neighborhood favorite hosts cornhole tournaments, crab races, and has tons of TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Around the Corner, located at 18616 Detroit Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Hey, want to guest bartend and raise money for a charity, organization, fundraiser, or your sports team? call Ryan at 216-521-4413. That's 216-521-4413. The people have spoken. Get down to ATC and let the fun begin.
I'm in the mood to dance.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio.
It's driving me crazy. It's like a mind puzzle, an awesome mind puzzle.
Right here on MorningShowCentral.com. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
Oh, wow. Language. Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
We're back. Oh my goodness, I was mesmerized by Robin's boobies flashing at me.
Your eyes kind of glazed over. You were drooling for a second.
I don't know. It was the disco ball boobs.
Well, my eyes are up here, okay?
I apologize, Robin. I don't know how that happened.
Oh my goodness.
You got me up here looking like some type of home wrecker.
Yeah.
I'm a mess tonight, coughing everywhere, staring into Robin's boobs.
Your Z better not find out about this. Hope he's not listening.
Goodness. So we're back, and it's the last 20-something minutes of the show or so.
Mm-hmm. Let's get
the
this
fun
over
side.
Yeah, that's right. So, Robin.
Yes.
Did you have anything in LGBTQ soup that you would like to discuss?
I actually do. It's not a very long piece, but
Okay.
I want to say that Utah right now has a bill for equality of gay marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's going on. And I just want to make sure that everyone goes to change.org, looks through the policies that are going through there, because the more I go through, the more I really realize that there are a lot of petitions that need to be signed, a lot of issues that need to be addressed. So that is a really good place to catch up on everything that's going on. And let me see, there was actually something else.
You know what I want to say about Utah, which is an interesting piece, that, because everyone, obviously, the Mormon land that it is.
You used to live there.
We have a home.
Did
We have a
you?
condo there.
Okay, well,
It's actually part of the Mormon church. We didn't.
Actually, my husband was there longer than I was. I was really never technically there. But we are there because we have the condo. But anyways, what's fascinating about Salt Lake City, you have Salt Lake City and Park City are the two most progressive places. But the numbers of gay people that are moving to Salt Lake City are pretty large. And just recently, the Advocate, one of the number one gay spots in the nation is Salt Lake City, Utah.
That's so bizarre.
Who would have ever thunk? I mean, seriously.
I was looking for a place to move. I like to
Wasn't
ski.
there a couple
It's
that
pretty.
was like arrested or something a couple years ago for making out in front of the church?
That was my husband's story, was that they were walking...
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle. Is that there was a gay couple there was one gay couple. No, so downtown Salt Lake City is pretty much owned by the Mormon Church. I mean, they own property everywhere.
And Romney single-handedly funds the Mormon Church. No.
Well, yeah, with his 10%. Yes,
Right, his tithe.
His tithe is 10%. But anyways, there was a city sidewalk that was thought to be a city sidewalk. But a former mayor of the city of Salt Lake City gave the church the sidewalk at one point. So when you're walking down the sidewalk, you have no idea if that is the property of the church or the city's. This gay couple one evening was holding hands walking down it, and they ended up being attacked by the Mormon police. The LDS church has its own police force, and they were attacked and handcuffed.
It's a cult.
And
It is
it's
honest to God cult.
it really is a cult.
The Lutherans, we don't have our own cops. We don't.
Well, the Vatican police have some cops, but it's at the Vatican.
Yeah, the Pope and all, but I feel gypped. Maybe I should change
Join.
religions. Maybe not the Mormons, but
Scientology.
Or does it have to
There's
be
a
a
cult for you.
religion? Can we have our own cops? We'll get them some rainbow uniforms.
Some JIO cops. We do. Well, we might.
Some biker shorts.
People might want to beat us up after this show.
The problem with our community, it's so diverse that we're just not devout enough in any shape or form to continue to give.
We have no loyalty.
We're all over the place. We don't know what we are half the time. But so they were just named one of the gayest places in the country, which is really shocking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I just had a question about this bill. Like, where is it? I mean, I can't even believe that somebody even tried to.
It'll never pass.
Introduce this bill. I mean, the Mormon Church, they did Prop 8. They funded Prop 8.
It'll never. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't
Utah
even believe.
is so red. I mean, there's no. It makes Ohio look progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually believe, and I was trying to find it, the connection. Ooh, let me not talk about the connection. Hey, Chris, the connection's great. I love it here. But yeah, they are trying to get it passed. So like I said, go and support that. And what I did, one more piece that I wanted to get was a Romney piece. And again, give me 2 seconds, freaking Windows 98. Not a Romney, a Santorum. In Florida, Rick Santorum actually told a mother that her gay son did not have the right to adopt. The mother stood up and said, "I'm a proud mother of a gay son graduating Georgetown Law in May." The woman said that's what she said during a rally. And I want to know why he can't have the same rights as you have, is what she asked him. And his response was, a child has the right to have a mother and father, inferring that lesbian gay people don't have the right to adopt children. So,
and then he was
pretty
glitter
bold.
bombed.
pretty bold statements. Like there is no sugarcoating the fact that he is not a supporter at all.
Right.
At all.
Well, talking about the glitter bomb, you did see Santorum's. They attempted to glitter bomb Santorum this past week. They missed him. How do you miss his big head?
I know.
Newt got it. Newt got nailed with a glitter bomb.
Yeah, that was a little while ago.
I know. Then they worry about their eyes getting poked out and blame the gays for trying to make them blind.
To blind them.
I know. It's just...
Hello, Frisco.
And I don't know if you want to mention the Muslim reference that Santorum. Do you remember that?
Yeah, wait.
He didn't stand up. So there was an older woman who stood up in one of his rallies and was going on and on about how Obama is a Muslim.
Yes.
And Santorum just kind of stood there and, and then later on he said, well, it's not my job
to correct her.
Right.
Even though I know she's wrong.
Right. Yeah. So he just kind of let that one.
That was in Florida
go.
this past week. That he was at
a lot of things going on in Florida.
But Florida, I don't know. People go down there. My mother-in-law is going down. I think she leaves this weekend to Naples for months. Why would I don't like Florida.
Key West.
I don't want
amazing.
Well, Key West is wonderful.
It.
I love Key West.
Every time you look in the news, there's always something about a murder, stabbing, killing, raping, something going on in Florida.
In Key West?
No, Florida.
Not Key West, but Florida in general.
But Florida's just so hick-like. I mean, it's just so. Yeah.
It is the armpit.
It used to be like the vacation spot for old people, but now it's like the killing spree of the world.
Like a really high rate of sex offenders. But I could be wrong on that. I think I got that information from like the Family Guy or something.
Yes, I forget about
so don't quote me on that statistic. But
to my friends in Rhode Island, it's so funny living here in Ohio because I have more people say to me, on Family Guy. I'm like, their whole point of reference for Rhode Island is Family Guy.
Well, my whole point of reference for pop culture in general is a Family Guy and Seinfeld. That's all I got.
Yeah, and I just happen to be from there, so you.
Every time I'm like, what's a quahog?
Yeah.
I'm like, say quarter. What is that 25-cent piece?
Family Guy has gotten a habit of addressing more and more political issues in a funny way.
They are.
Not all of it's true.
Yeah.
Well, I take it as truth, so.
Well, the other one is soda and pop.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Yeah, we say soda.
I prefer to say soda, and then people look at me
We
weird.
have soda.
So sometimes I'll say pop.
We have soda, grinders, We don't eat subs. We eat grinders, and
Oh,
we go
really?
and we get our booze from the package store. Yes,
From the packing store?
package
Oh,
store.
package store.
We call it the package store.
And that's the what now? That's the what's the package store?
like the
liquor
corner
store?
store.
It's a liquor store.
The liquor store's the package store.
No,
Because
package
you
store. You
can't
sell
get-
booze at.
It's like
So
a
you can't get your liquor at like the corner store like we can.
No, we cannot.
It's
You-
like a bodega in New York.
No, it's not. It's our liquor store. It's not a bodega. It's where we buy our booze. We can't buy it at a CVS or at a.
Well, welcome to
convenience
Ohio.
store. I know.
You're
I like
welcome.
It. Hey, booze everywhere is good for me. I'm fine with that. I'm not complaining.
So it's a corner store, basically. In
No.
the
No,
hood.
it's just specifically,
It's specifically
just
just-
only. It's like their state liquor store.
Well, here in Cleveland, we call it the hood. All right.
But we don't have state liquor stores like you guys.
Okay.
Right.
Well, every corner store in Cleveland is a state liquor store.
Right.
It's so true.
But there are a lot of them.
It's funny because it's true.
I think we should get to our Chris. Do you have a drum roll in there? We have our
yeah,
tonight.
Golden Douche.
The Golden Douche. We have not had it in a couple weeks, so we're gonna do Golden Douche tonight.
Golden anal douche.
And I think Judith Pindell should do the Golden Douche this evening.
Again?
Yes.
I've
Do you-
gotten to
do you have it?
Yeah, I have it.
As
I'm
long as
waiting.
you
I'm
do.
waiting for the drum roll.
I know. Where's the damn drum roll?
Golden Douche, Tennessee State Representative Richard Floyd, a Republican.
Big shock.
Yeah.
Just imagine we're giving it to a Republican.
So,
Never do that.
this happened January 12th. He said he would, quote, stomp a mud hole into a transgender woman if he saw one attempting to use a women's restroom. I didn't know what stomp a mud hole means. Apparently, it's a Tennessee saying. It's a phrase that means to sexually and violently assault someone to the point where they are unable to fight back. I'm
Where
so
is he at?
speechless.
He's in Tennessee?
Yeah.
And where in Tennessee? I'm going to find his
I'm
neighborhood and I'm going to drink so much
Chattanooga.
water.
Chattanooga.
Oh, honey.
And, you know, and first of all, why would he care who's going into the women's restroom?
Mm-hmm.
A self-identified woman
Right.
using a woman's restroom. What does he care? He's not using the women's restroom.
It's that little hole he drilled in between the walls that he's afraid to see who's standing in the
yeah.
women's
Yeah,
restroom.
I think you're right.
And
I
it's
think you're
fine.
right.
It's fine. What?
Clearly, another thing that Robin is intimate with.
I think that may be the topic for tonight when I get home. What?
Tennessee State Rep Richard Floyd.
But come on, it's Tennessee, and you know.
Stomp a mud hole.
But does he
What?
not know that we are ready for attacks like that? Like, I was walking down the street the other day, and I heard like some shouting from across the street because, I didn't tell you, I got in a little car accident, so that's why I don't drive. I'm fine, I'm alive. I just kind of slid into a barrier because of all that snow. But I was walking, and someone was hollering from the other side of the street, and I turned around. I get this all the time: boots, jeans, and a hooded sweatshirt. He was like, "Hey, girl, what you doing?" Really? I've got the worst shadow possible. Like, I don't look this pretty on the regular. So I'm like, well, no, you had a mistake. And he wanted to get completely offensive, not offensive, but, defensive. He's like, oh, my God, I can't believe you played me. I got hands. And I reached into my bag. I said, well, I have
He's
hammers.
mad at you because you turn out to be a drag queen that he was attracted to, and now he's pissed at you.
He's like, I got hands. Well, I have hammers. I pulled one right out of my bag. No. Every transgender, and I'm only a drag queen,
Right.
is prepared. We do not go anywhere unarmed.
Right.
And it's well within the reason. Well, I'm not well within the legal limits, but mace and stunners
Mace.
and
You should have
things like-
mace. That's legal.
I think I pity the fool. Ooh. I pity the fool who would go up against one
Did
of
you
them.
just channel Mr. T?
I think I did. I think I did.
It's not very often you hear a drag queen channeling Mr. T.
I'm pulling that clip for next week.
I pity the fool.
Who's up against a drag queen?
Speaking of drag queen, you had an interesting caller this
I
past
did.
week from last week's show, right?
I did.
Yeah, what happened?
Someone was watching the show, and they asked me, how did I get started in drag, because they wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, it just so happens that I showed up one day when I was fully dressed. I wanted to see how it felt to be a girl for a day. And I went to the Miss Task Force pageant that was done at Bounce, and this was 2008. So as I walked in, the facilitators of the center because at that time it was the Beyond Identities Community Center. They saw me and like, you need to get on stage, you need to perform. And I had never seen a drag show before. I did not know what to expect. And then as I watched one or two, I finally got up the courage to do it, and I just jumped on stage. Now, I had hairy legs. I only had foundation on, no shadow. I put on big sunglasses, the quickest wig I could find, and I bought a dress from one of my high school friends. So it was very much thrown together, but that show was the first one ever.
But since then, you know, some of the drag queens in the community have really kind of taken you under their wing. And how did that happen?
Well, once the initial butterflies went away and I got on stage and I got into it, which you could actually see in the video quite at the end. It still was bad, but at the end you could see I was more into it. I wanted to keep doing it. So as I went and I watched some more shows, I just had to get up the courage to talk to one of them, because the way I saw them at that time was local celebrities. And you know, you don't really just want to walk up to a celebrity.
They are. They really are local celebrities, yeah.
And I was intimidated. So I finally walked right up to one, and they was like, well, if you want to do it, that's all you had to say. And that's all you ever do have to say. And I was welcomed in, and over these past 3 years, I have kind of matured into it.
It's quite the transformation. You've done an amazing job with yourself.
Well, thank you,
Robin.
thank you. And I'm still learning.
Let's get Jennifer Swampwich on the line. Chris, if we can do that. Her number's on there. And we'll get her on the phone and chat with her about some politics. But when we go out of the show today, everyone stay tuned. You'll get to see Robin's very first performance ever. Is what we're going to end the show on today. So once we're done with Jennifer,
let me hear you say I pity the fool. Come on, man. Do you know how many times I've been asked to say that? Well, no more. I'm through. I'm never going to say those stupid words again.
Oh, my goodness.
That's okay. Robin's going to pick it up.
I pity the fool.
Oh, my God. And you know what? The Swamp, which is tarot readings, have been getting more and more accurate.
She is good, man.
No, they've always been.
She's very good.
It gives you chills.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. She does stuff. Sometimes it freaks me out. But
I'm freaked out.
We have to get her on here. Where is she?
I know,
Chris?
where is she?
Oh, there she is. She's coming.
I love her voice. It's so soothing.
It is soothing.
Makes me want to go hang out.
Hello, kids.
Hey,
hello,
Jennifer.
darling. Oh, I'm loving the show, and there's been so many people in the chat room,
and they love you.
And I love to chat. If y'all don't even call me, I'll always be there to chat.
Swampwich, that's why we love you. We wouldn't even have this chat room if it weren't for you.
You are the goddess in there.
I'm a chatter, and I can type over 100 words a minute.
Thank goodness. Wow, look at that. She has skills. Like
you have amazing secretarial skills.
If y'all ever need, Paula Dean, let me tell y'all about her. You know, she's got diabetes, bless her heart.
Shut up.
But, you know, I have a possum named after her, Paula Dean the possum.
That's right.
Do you cook like Paula Dean?
For my husband, I do, but I don't eat it. He just had country-style steak, gravy, rice with butter and chips in it with extra salt, and 3 pieces of bread with apple butter.
Does he have heart disease? Or diabetes?
Oh, my goodness.
He's like Sasquatch. He's like Dolly Parton's husband. Not many people have ever seen him. I think I kind of embarrassed him with all my costumes, you know, because I love to dress up. It's sequins, lace, and costume of the day. And let me tell you, I'm going to Cleveland. I'm going to fly up there and go on your show one day, and because I want to meet everybody.
We definitely are doing that. We are still committed. We have to put together a fundraiser. It is going to be for the AIDS Task Force of Greater Cleveland. We are going to put that.
And really, I want to come for real because I really do. That would be awesome.
We're going to do it.
We have to have you in the flesh.
Well, Jen, it's 7:55, so I want to make sure we get your reading in. It is one of your choice, and who would you like to read some cards of that's playing out this week? Newt, Natatorium?
Well, I've been riveted to the debates, and I'm fascinated with their wigs. You know, I love wigs and hair pieces. And I have noticed Newt has really got a fluffy silver wig.
He certainly
it's
does.
It's almost Paula Dean-like. Who do y'all want? I mean, I love them all, and I've been reading for them. Who would y'all like me to read for
Let's
tonight?
do, with the debate tomorrow and Tuesday with the primary in Florida, we need to, let's see Newt.
Let's do Newt, yeah.
Mute. I know them all after cats. Mew Gingrich. Okay. This is for Mew. The Ace of Swords. You know he's going to be, the Emperor. And one more, the Lovers. That's him and Callista. I think she's going to get a new piece of jewelry.
Oh, yeah. So what do you...
But he is really the sword. You know, he is a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And he thrives on the conflict. Have y'all noticed that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he loves it.
That he enjoys the battle,
mm-hmm.
which I found kind of sad myself. It didn't, make me for him. And as you know, I'm here in South Carolina, and I'm sort of an outcast here, which is why I love having this show where I feel like I can talk to people of like mind or
Mm-hmm.
who understand. But I was sort of, I don't know. I believe in forgiveness, but the way he battled and sort of belittled John King, he made it sound like it was wrong to be questioned.
Right. Which is really hypocritical when he's the guy that
Very much
that
so.
set off Bill Clinton
Impeachment. Yeah.
and spent a whole lot of time with Ken Starr figuring out how to question Bill Clinton in the public and in everywhere else. So
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
And I read about the skeletons in his closet, and he pretty much would say the same thing. If you read about his skeletons, he would like to do things where he could say, I did not have sex with that woman.
Right. Well,
And one more quick note.
sure,
Did
go
y'all hear about the Arkansas Democrat's cat that was killed and painted liberal on the cat?
No, that's horrible.
I'll send it to you. That was Jake Burris. He manages Democrat Ken Aiden's bid for Arkansas's 3rd Congressional District.
Yeah.
And Alley Cat Allies, which I'm a big cat advocate, as you know. I have 25 cats.
Right.
All outside, but I rescue cats. I love strays and I love gays. I'm all with the underdog.
Aw, that's why we love
this
you.
This cat was killed and beaten to death. Oh my God. And they had liberal painted on it.
That's horrible.
So sick.
And that's very vicious because, that could happen to me. Because I'm a liberal here in South Carolina, and, I do have cats, and I had an Obama pin on my cowgirl hat in the grocery store last Saturday, and a man walked by me and gave me the finger.
Really?
Well.
Down the grocery aisle. I was with my, and I just went on about my way. But, so I experienced, I would never do
Discrimination
anything
and
to
hatred.
anyone
Well, Jen,
with a different view. And I don't hate anyone.
Right.
And I even, I'm feeling sorry for poor Mittens Romney because, bless his heart, it seems like he's not doing well. I have empathy for everybody, but that is very vicious to do that to someone's cat.
Yeah, Jen, I think that thank you for bringing those points up because you brought the show full circle, right from our first guest and through, and really about how when rhetoric gets heated and how people get divided and it gets very nasty, and we have a long election year ahead, and I hope and pray that we do not see more violence and acts of violence in this process.
In any way to anyone,
Right.
Muslim, gay, straight, we don't need that.
Well, Jen, we want to thank you, and we're actually gonna go to a video, Chris. We're gonna do. But Jen, we will talk to you soon, and thanks so much for hanging out in the chat room. We're gonna actually play Robin's very first performance in drag, so we're gonna play that right now and get it going.
Good night.
So you can check it out. Goodbye.
Thanks, Swamp Witch.
Thank you, everybody. We look forward to being here next week with you all. And thanks, Jen, for doing a great job in that chat room with all of our friends in there. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, I was so strong.
Look at you.
I know. Look at those arms. Oh, my God. I look like Angela Bassett. Just so emotional. Had not had a cocktail. Was completely over the entire situation.
I want those shoes.
Those are actually the most uncomfortable pair of shoes I've ever bought.
Very dramatic.
Oh my God. I can't believe I'm watching this. Just stomping around. It's so manly. I can't take it.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Do the moves.
I can't. This was my idea of dancing. This is when I get into it and I start liking the whole thing. There's a fan in front of me.
Yep.
Oh, and that's back when I wore weaves too. So those tracks are glued in. I walked around like that all the time. No jewelry, no stockings, no blush, no shadow.
Look at you go.
Thank God for time changes.
It has truly been a transformation. All right, we'll be back next week.
Good night, all.
Thank
Love
you all.
Night.